happening in Zimbabwe. There is a protest to actually unseat Emerson Mnangagwa, scheduled to start tomorrow. And guess what? The very same ZANU-PF is busy now giving civil servants, some bonuses, which it is said each civil servant will get about 150, but that 150 would be paid within a period of 2 months. And look at the timing. This is happening when Emerson Mnangagwa's reign is in limbo. I think here, in my humble opinion, instead of doing like what they did last time during the M31 protest, we are seeing the same script, but this time around, cunningly doing it. They don't want to appear to be paying only the police, so they have decided. And also, remember, they have to try to bribe the police. They have to try also to bribe also the soldiers. But they don't want to be seen as people who are afraid. So that is why they say all civil servants, but they can't afford to do this bribery. So they said, we are now going to pay them within a period of 2 months. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, Lihloni Pani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So listen to this. It's a headline that is run by the state media. It says special presidential bonus of 150 US dollars for civil servants starting in November. And let me read. It says, the story is very short. It says, Public Service, Labor and Social Welfare Minister Edgar Moyo has announced that civil servants will receive a special bonus of 150 US dollars starting in November this year, courtesy of President Mnangagwa. Everything Mnangagwa. This is this is how you actually get to benchmark, and that is failing. So it is said the bonuses will be paid in 2 months. They cannot even afford to pay civil servants 150 US dollars. Now, how much is 150 US dollars? I think it's less than, because it's a very, very small money. It should be less than even 2,000. Yes, it should be less than 2,000. It's just less than 3,000 rather. Yeah, but to the rate of Zimbabwe, well, because they are abusing the rand. So I'm talking in terms of rands. So they will say $50 is as good as 100 rands, but that is not what is happening actually in the actual market. So this payment given to civil servants, as primitive as it is, within a period. Remember, last time Blessed Geza surfaced, Mnangagwa regime opted to pay specifically the police, because the police were going to actually be participating in terms of beating people on the streets who participated in the protest. And indeed they do so because of poverty and maybe lack of exposure from our police officers. And I must also add that maybe desperation and the documents maybe that they sign when they are entering the force, which actually prohibits them to side with civilians, even if they see that the regime is failing left, right, and center. So this, in my view, they want to pay the soldiers. They want to pay. In fact, it's not even payment. They want to bribe the soldiers. They want also to bribe the police for tomorrow. And look at the date and the timing this is announced. Definitely, it cannot actually intertwine with the Blessed Geza Million Men March and be isolated from the Million Men March. The fact that it is done when Blessed Geza has announced the Million Men March, it's simple why this was done. They decided to say all civil servants all civil servants. And it must be very, very difficult to buy power. Just imagine this president, everything. I mean, Blessed Geza has made him to spend a lot of money. Blessed Geza came out initially and said, Mnangagwa, you have forgotten people who made you to be in power. The war veterans are languishing in poverty and all that. What did you see Mnangagwa doing? Launching presidential fund, housing, I mean, presidential war veterans, housing, whatever. And, you know, if you look at the money that they are busy, when they announce it for a single person, it appears to be something, but it's not something that will make me to sleep outside, outside the bed. Really, for example, if they say if they say they are giving, I was looking at this other presidential fund which was launched. It was a total of 50,000 US dollars. Honestly, guys, and I think it was given Apostle. Now, how much are they gonna share each? You see, those people are many. How much are they gonna? So people are just deceived. Presidential this, presidential. But if you really, really closely analyze those funds, you will see that Mnangagwa is playing with the minds of vulnerable and poor people. And I think all veterans have seen that. I saw another one who was a war veteran. I think I did post the clip here when I was doing the story, complaining that this money that is announced left, right, and center, it is not reaching out to the real war veterans who went to fight a war. Even the houses that Mnangagwa claims to be building for war veterans, it is not done to all war veterans, especially the ones that actually risked their lives to fight for Zimbabwe. They are not receiving that particular money. So it's just propaganda that is created by ZANU-PF, because it is basically controlling media, and it has a team of social media army called Barakashis. So 150 US dollars, if I was a soldier, if I was a police, if I was a nurse, if I was part of the civil servants, maybe let me address them. I know most of them, they watch here. This government is undermining you, especially the soldiers. You are being undermined. Tell me, this money that Mnangagwa wants to pay you, 70 US dollars. I think I cannot even feed my family for about 2 days. It will be done. So you want, and they are specifically paying you for a day to be, I think you cannot even buy your children something outside, maybe a meal for 2 or so days. And police would be running and sweating to defend this regime from people that wants to actually free you, even the soldiers. So you will be sweating and holding a gun, risking your life, because you are not more than the citizens of Zimbabwe, and you are not powerful more than the citizens of Zimbabwe. A good soldier tomorrow should be protecting the citizens of Zimbabwe. A good police officer should be protecting the citizens of Zimbabwe, because what they are fighting, they are also fighting for you, so that few individuals do not benefit from the state coffers. You also get to have a fair share of the national cake. I don't know why people don't get this as simple as this. Sometimes, if you ever felt whereby I wish we were all of us were created the same, so that I can take my brain and deposit to everybody. But you will see some tomorrow attempting really to fight against the masses who wants to free them. Have you ever seen a sane person, a normal person doing that? We will watch and see whether this Mnangagwa is undermining our civil servants. They deserve better. In other countries, I know in South Africa, civil servants are not earning less than 20,000 rand. 20,000 rand. In your Zim something, it should be around 1,000 US dollars. I think, if I'm not mistaken, 1,000 US dollars. that at least our civil servants should be getting. And even it's still small, it is still small. They should be earning about more than 2,000 US dollars because of the work that they do. Teachers, lecturers, and so forth. Not this 250 US dollars that the regime is giving you, and also toilet paper money afterwards. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button, so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. Don't forget also to follow our Facebook page, Hlonipani Global News. I posted a lot of stuff there. I think you need to check latest updates, some of them which I cannot post here. Some they want videos as aids. I'm posting them there. Go and